Most people are riveted by the pictures of the oil in the Gulf of Mexico, in the ocean, on the beaches, and in the marshes. The images are deeply disturbing, but it's what you don't see that may be just as bad. When crude oil bubbles to the surface, about 40% of the oil evaporates into the air. That might be good for the ocean, but it's not so good for creatures who breathe the air, such as humans. That's because the chemicals that evaporate into the air include some of the most toxic components of the oil, such as benzene, which is known to cause leukemia in humans, and toluene, which can cause neurologic damage and birth defects. Other chemicals that enter the air can include hydrogen sulfide, which can cause acute illnesses, and naphthalene, which is the cancer-causing component in tar and creosote. The chemicals from the oil may blow on the Gulf breezes and can pose a hazard to cleanup workers who are not being equipped with respirators and who are out there working to clean up the oil. They can pose a risk even to coastal residents if the wind and the weather conditions allow the vapors to blow ashore. Meanwhile, BP is using aircraft to spray dispersant chemicals on the ocean's surface. These chemicals have not been well tested for their toxicity. In fact, the ingredients in some of these products are considered trade secret, so we don't know very much about how they might add to the respiratory hazards. Reports are coming in from both workers and coastal residents complaining of strong odors and health symptoms. So far, 11 cleanup workers have been hospitalized for serious illness, and many more are complaining of ill health. The symptoms we're hearing are the kinds of health effects we might expect from oil fumes: headaches, dizziness, nausea, eye and throat discomfort, cough, shortness of breath, and chest pain. At the moment, we can't prove a link, but we strongly suspect it. The people of the Gulf Coast were hit hard by Hurricane Katrina 5 years ago, and they were just beginning to recover economically and culturally. Now their way of life is again threatened, as is their health. Local residents are asking to take control of their own health by doing independent air monitoring and creating people's environmental centers that can collect data on health and the environment. This information will help to provide a lifeline to the coastal communities. It will allow them to gather their own information and to help to control their own destiny.